Well, it's Monday and Florence has gone by and is in Pennsylvania, but there are a lot of people in its path that are suffering greatly. And I hope that you're praying for them, and I hope if you're financially able that you're giving to an organization that you know will make meaningful impact on those lives that have been disrupted. Well, one of the things that I suggest is that you would use the convention of the Southern Baptist Convention in North Carolina, uh, who will direct the funds without taking anything away from them towards relieving those people that have been harmed by the storm, or South Carolina. If you know of areas where they've been hard hit down there, you might want to do the same thing with the South Carolina Convention, giving according to the disaster relief plans that they have, and you know that 100% will go to the cause that way. Those are good organizations that always have good disaster plans, and there are certainly a lot of people hurting. We talked about the fact that we're going through some of my favorite verses, started in Revelation and going backwards to Genesis, and we're in the book of James, written around AD 46, which is not long after Jesus walked this earth. And we know that James believed in works, not of works to get into heaven, but works to prove that you are saved. That is, that you can have spoken faith and do nothing, and you can have mental faith and do nothing, but real faith takes action. And so, very appropriate section of the scripture to be in for this Florence storm. And certainly understand how difficult it would be for any of those people that have been affected by the storm to count it all joy. But we do know that God works all things together for good, those that love him and are called to according to his purpose. Today I want to take a look at still in chapter 1 in James, because it's so important. It's a passage that I've had to apply to my life many times. Listen to James 1, 5 through 8. But if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But he must ask in faith, without any doubting. For the one who doubts is like the surf of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For that man ought not to expect what he will receive, anything that he will not expect to receive anything from the Lord, being double-minded and unstable in all of his ways. There are a lot of smart people around us, and we can get good advice from them. We can go to the internet and find out how to repair a toaster. I did that the other day. But there's one time that the internet doesn't cover some spiritual matters and some decisions that have to be made. And internet doesn't have the solution either. But we are told to go to God and ask him for wisdom. And we need to do that. And we know that he'll not laugh at us or make fun of us because we don't know how to handle a certain situation. But also, there's a secondary thing that we must do. We must do it with faith, not doubting that he's going to give us good advice, not doubting that he will take care of our problems. Because it tells us clearly here that a person who acts without faith and asks without faith is a double-minded person and is going to be blown to and fro. No, it's important for us to remember two things today in James 1, 5 through 8. Number one, when we lack the wisdom we need, there is one source that is above all other sources, and that's the Lord. Secondly, when we must ask with faith and not doubting that he'll give us the direction and the correct direction for our lives. And that's a very, very important part of this whole asking for wisdom. Don't be double-minded. Don't ask and then doubt that God's going to answer, or doubt that God's going to take care of the problem, because that's being double-minded, and that makes us unstable in all of our ways. And that's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.